So initially the date chapter, so if you look at the date as a normal date, so that is not the numeric value. Okay. Another thing is that to perform any type of calculations, okay, date is required variable which need to be included on any data set, be it about your time series modeling, be it about your normal reporting. So me always talks about the reporting, the date concepts. So date always look like in a different format. Sometimes it look like this format, and sometimes it look like this format, and sometimes it look like this. Sometimes it look like this. So we have a different type of date. If you look at this date, it is not a number. Okay, these are not a number. This is some character value, including that there will be a symbol in between. So there will be a dashes in between. What we need to do it, we need to convert these values into a digit format so that we can able to perform the task. Okay. So let's say someone says, okay, I just wanted to know from this particular date and today days, how many differences are there, how many days differences, how many year differences, how many month differences, how many quarter differences. So though so many questions will come. Let's say people says, okay, today is 01 and class is 09, okay, slash 017. So I wanted the difference between how many days is got passed from this date to this date. Correct. So we may end up with the questioning of getting month differences. So we end up with how many days in between. So we end up with how many year in between. So many question arises. So someone says, okay, how many quarter passes in between 2 months? So this is so many question arises, and this is nothing but we used to do a different type of analysis. Some, let's say if you talk about in terms of HR data, so you may get a mail from HR, like, so they don't have always the time to look at the databases and look at that who joined on which date and how many months they have covered it. So if they have a 2 lakh of employee, they cannot go inside manually and look at all those things. Correct. So there will be so many problem arises when you're talking about this. Correct. So date should be a numeric factor, so that based on that we should get this all analysis. So we should get the differences between 2 days, we should get the differences between how many days passed on, how many year passed on. So these many question arises. Okay, let's say in terms of insurance I can talk. I bought a policy on this date, correct? So we get the reminder messages. Let's say I bought a policy on 01 Jan 2015. So if I say I want quarterly premium to be paid, correct? What will happen? I need to get the reminder in each quarter before happening it, before quarter. So I should be writing a query according to that, and we'll be giving a specific date. Let's say we'll be giving a specific date. Okay, next quarter will be your April. Okay, so 01 APR 2015, correct? So we have this date. So if this date, if you minus this date, a to date, I should get the reminder messages. So I should get the reminder message on someone around of your March 28 and 29 should pay the premium for this particular April quarter. So what is happening now? We should have this date into a numeric format so that we'll able to calculate this quarter function. So quarter will be 3 months. If 3 months passes from this month, so that we should get reminder, correct? So based on that, both those data should be into numeric format, and there should be mechanism to calculate all those data. So now how this date is getting converted into numeric? So the basic date we already talked about, 1 January 1960 is a base date for a SAS. So SAS always converts a date based on this particular format. Correct. So whenever you say this is the date, so this is start with 0. So when you go up of the date, let's say if I go 31st DEC 1959, this date will give me as -1. So this is nothing but if I go before and if you go after. So after this date will be somewhere around your 2nd Jan 1960. So in between, I'm trying to calculate the number of days falling for that. Okay, so this is Jan. So this will be your 1. So now if you go above, it will be into minus. If you go plus, if you go after, then it will be in value will be in plus. So the conversion, what if I'm looking a date to be converted? So what will happen? If I take this into account while getting how the date is getting transformed into a value, we'll get to know over here. So now I should go ahead and run this same query to get to know what is the date value for a cell. So now I'll remove this. This is not required. This also remove. This also remove. So you have data as a keyword. I'm going to create a date, new data set with input as date column should be there. So now this date is not into a proper format. So I should have to use the in format option. So I'll say in format date, or this date is into format of 19 into format of date 9. So I'll keep that format as data 9 to read this particular date. So if I try executing it, we'll be getting this output, how the date is getting converted based on 1960. So now if you look, this is giving me this result. Okay. So with the help of this result, we'll get to know like how many days passes when the date is get increased. When the date is get increased, how many date is getting decreases. Now if you look, 1 January 1960 is your base date, so which is nothing but it's a 0. Okay, when you go above of that, so if I'm writing it's 2nd Jan 1960, it means it is 1. So number of days passes from 1960 to 2nd January 1960 is 1 day. If I keep increasing it, I'll be keep looking the value as per that only. So if I say 25, and if I say as 10, so if I go ahead and execute it, I'll get the number of days in between the particular date. So if you look at this 10 Jan, so how many number of days passed from 1960 to 10 Jan 1960 is almost of 9 days. So how many days passed when you have 25th December 1959? So you almost cross minus 90, minus 7, correct? So this is the way where the date getting converted as a backend. So now this is the format. Okay, when I wanted to convert as to look at this value into back again, so I should use, because now the date is got converted into numeric. If you go back and look these values into numeric, so there should be a sign for 7. What does mean by 7? If I have some format, I wanted to look at that. What does mean by 7? So I can apply a format option. Let's say I want to look. I can say okay, dd mm yy 10 dot. So I wanted to apply this format to look at the date value. So I need to apply for a date only. So I'll write it over here and I'll execute it back again. So if you go ahead and look at the date, so date look like fines. Now it's saying me 1 January 1960 and 10 January 1960, and this is 25 December 1959. So this is the ways of converted. So backend data will be like same as it is 7 and 10, but the appearance will get changed over here. It is look like your numeric format, but your appearance look like your character format. That is only for a display we are using format, as we have discussed already, correct? So this is the basic rules while reading of a data into your account. Okay. So that's why if you go, how SAS date stored, okay, reading a date value from a raw data, which we had tried. Now we are trying to do computing the number of years between two dates. We'll go ahead and look at that, what is there in that. So that's why we said this is the format of this date. So here we have month, day and year. Here we have day, month and year. There's nothing but this in a reverse way. So again, here we have day, month abbreviation is OACT and year. There's nothing but the Julian date, which you're getting as a number date. So nothing but your internal date. As we say, but this is not internal date, it's a Julian date. Okay, the BC's date around which we are keeping it. Now, how SAS is going to store the date, we already discussed. If you have a date like this, so we are going to start it. So if you have a June 15, 2006, so from the base date, they are going to calculate the number of days passes from this date to reach this particular 15 date, 15 as a year date. So there will be a number of 16,967 days passes through. Now, if you go and do a calculation based on that, you're able to find how many year got passed. So now if you do 16,967 divided by your 365.25, this is the number of days in a year. So 46 years got passed from 1960 to 2015. Okay, got it? Yeah. So the date is getting converted based on this particular condition. Okay, and getting stored in backend. So we generally talked about just now, like how the date is going to read when you have. So always remember that whatever the normal format you have, okay. So based on that, you should try to read. Let's say if you're trying, if you have a date in a different format, so you should apply a different in format. Let's say I have a date like this. Correct. So for reading a in format, so which is nothing but to convert this date into a SAS value. So you should apply a same type of format. So if I now running it, I won't get the output because my in format is not in a correct format. So I won't get any output. So I need to change this in format while reading it. So I'll say this is something nothing but your TD YY 8 dot. By 8 dot, if you go ahead and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is 10. Sorry, it is 10 coming because we are putting this. So same will work. If somewhere, if it is, this is not there, then you need to apply this 2 digit of a date. So you can apply TDMY 8 dot. Okay, now it will work. Now, if you go ahead and execute, you'll able to get the results. Okay. Now another thing is there, how whenever you have 2 digit of a date, there I also have a conclusion on. Generally, people will have a conclusion. This is 1777 or 1977, or this is 1877. So this is the bigger confusion, correct? So if it is falling into 2017, how it's taking into account? So if someone says the data which you have, I want it to be as 1917, maybe the data related to that. If you're working on historical data, you might looking at it, should look data like this. So while taking into account, I should not get 2017, I should get 1917, correct? So whenever you have a 2 digit of a day, 2 digit of a year, there's a bigger problem. So what you can do, so we have option called option year cutoff. So option is nothing but to change the default behavior of SAS with your predefined option. So what option you're going to define, according to that only their option is going to be changed. So predefined option is given already, and if you wanted to change, you need to change by your option keyword. So if you go ahead and look options, so year cutoff is equal to, let's say I'll change 19 um, 17. I'll change. Okay, 19 10 I'll change, then run. No, run is not required. So if you go ahead and change and execute this below query, let me check. Okay, now the value which you are getting it is 1917, correct? So earlier there is a by default is 1920. So what will happen based on this date? We are going to count the number of year. So if my base date is 1910, so the 17 will occur after 1910, after 10 only, correct? 17 is not going to occur before 10, correct? So if you add 100 years, so if you add 100 years over here, so it will be 2010, correct? Almost 2011, correct? So 17 is going to fall under this. It is not above this. If I'm changing over here as let's say around 18, so I won't get that particular value. I'll get value as 2017 only. So so it is based on the requirement. Okay. So sometime if you are working on very old data and you're trying to do a analysis based on 7 and 8 years of historical data or very 100 years of old historical data, then you can go ahead and change these options. With this help of this, you'll able to change. If you with the help of this, you can able to modify your 2 digit of a day date. So where the year we have. Okay. Okay. So this is nothing but this is they talked about this particular options. So till here they'll do here as to convert the 1920, which is a by default year cutoff date. If you wanted to change, you can change it. It's only applicable for 2 digit of a year. It is not applicable for 4 digit of a year. If we have a 4 digit of year, we don't want to worry about that doing all those things. So next cases you have to calculate the number of differences between your two date. Let's say we have today's date and I wanted to know from the date which is already given. So this is called DOB and visit date. You can find out the actual date. So if you go ahead and look at this, this is a year diff concept. So finding the number of year differences between two dates. So if you go ahead and write it, so before that I should create one more date. Let's say I'll create date call today date I'll create. So date, so I'll create, I'll keep today days. Today is nothing but I'll keep it as 01 SEP 2017 D. Okay, so I'll say date or today's date. So what is the difference of that? So I wanted to find the number of year differences between today's date. So here we have same date. So okay, so I can change it to 16. You're 15. Okay, now we'll try to execute. I'll see what is the output incoming, then I'll explain you the differences of that. Okay, today is September 16. Okay. So now if you look at over here, now we are using a YR diff. Hello. So eventually, if you look it over here, so what we are trying to, yeah, what we are trying to do it over here. So year diff will give you a number of year differences between 2 days. Okay. So you should provide the date. You should provide this today date. So it should be your end start date and should be your end date somewhere. So what will happen? It will give you the number of year differences between 2 years. So we have today's date and we are trying to get this differences from, because as we have already have a year cutoff is to get the values as 16 something. See, this is the value we are trying to get. So 1916 we have a value. Okay, so based on that we are trying to get this value how many year passed from today's date. So let's see, I'll go ahead and look at the declare the format too for this also, otherwise there's a problem. So again, I'll look at for this and keep it over here. What will happen, I'll have a format for both those table. So if you look over here, so we have applied a format for both those table, and if you look today's date, it's given over here, and there is a earlier date which is nothing but your 4/2/1960. So just wanted to know from what is the how many years got passed from your particular date. So it is almost of 101 year if you look at this 1916 to 2017. Getting it? Okay. So this is nothing but your date constant. Okay, date constant, which is the date which SAS is able to understand. So there's no other date we can use it for as a date constant. If you wanted to filter a data, if you wanted to put some condition based on your date, so you have to use this conditional date, so which is nothing but your date constant, which is a fixed concept. What will happen, let's say if someone gave you a data and they said, okay, I want to look at, we'll go back and look at this. So we have at mid-June. So we have many dates, correct? If you go and look at this is into numeric format, correct? So if you wanted to filter a data based on some particular date, so we have to follow this condition where I have to write a date constant. We cannot go ahead and write the date which is given over there. So let's say I have a date new I wanted to create with the help of your SAS user dot admit June. So if you're using a where clause, okay, if you wanted to filter a data, so what you'll do, you'll go to this condition, look at the date as a column. If I wanted to know only date for 6/14/2, correct? This is the format which is available. Okay, I wanted to filter out. So I cannot go ahead and say where date equal to this is. So this is not going to work for me. Okay, I won't get the data related to that with the particular date. Okay, so there will be a problem to get this particular one. So what we can do instead of that, you can try doing, as you already know, this should be 1920 I'll fix, otherwise there will be a problem while reading into accounts. Okay, now what we can do, if I wanted to filter a data based on that, what I can do, so we can write 06, so it's a 12 months, so we can write DEC and we can write 20, it will be 1970, 1997. Then we need to fix as D over there and we try to filter out. So now we'll able to get the filter options. So due to date constant, it works. Otherwise, it won't works and give you the output. If you go ahead and look your new, you'll be able to get the filter data. Now there is a problem with the data. Let's see. So zero observation. There is no D. Okay. Ideally, I think there is a problem with the format. So let's see. We'll go ahead and look at this again. Yeah. So this is not into proper format. So what I can do, I should convert this date. So for this, I can use date equal to input. Okay, there's a bigger problem while looking up this date. Go ahead and look at this. So this is the 2 digit of a date. So for this, you can directly filter out. There's no reason looking on that. We'll be looking some date where we have 4 digit of it year. Look at this. So you have a date column. Oh, this is into a format, no problem. Let's have a look on this one. Again, they have a date into that format. Okay, no problem. I'll take it this cap 2000 and I'll convert this date first. Now, if you go ahead and look at this data set, you'll be having this data set with the different format. So now if I wanted to filter based on that, so we have a format like this. So schedule date numeric is not taking DTY, maybe DTYY. Okay, sorry. I missed in keeping a dot symbol. So you got this data set where you have this format. If I wanted to filter a few data set based on few conditions, so let's say if you look at over here, I want to get the date between few dates. Let's say I want only for 27 date. So I cannot go ahead and write the same query over there, which I need to be executed over there. So I cannot go ahead and write, okay, where date equal to this particular date. So it won't work the query. So I should have a date constant, which is nothing but I can write it 27 Jan 2000 and put it into D. So this is the date constant. So based on that, we'll able to filter out. If not, we won't able to filter out. So go ahead and execute, we'll able to get the new. So now there's again a problem. Let me look at again. So 0 Jan 2000. Where date, for which data set applying, we should apply for this data set. I'll keep it there. I'll delete all those things. If I try executing it, I'll get the output based on that. So we have a two data set, two row, which is related to your 2701-2000 date. So as we are applying, this is the date constant. Getting it?
Yeah. So only this 27 Jan 2000. So this is the date. Okay, later, got it.
So wherever you wanted to put condition based on date, and you should not go and look at the what type of format is there in the backend. You should convert the format based on this to put it the condition. Otherwise, you won't able to apply it. If I would have put it this condition like this, so I won't get any output. So even though it's pulling like this, if I go back in backend, if I try remove this and putting like this as this numeric, so I won't get any output. It'll say in a log, see, zero observation, where this is not the format. So this is not the date constant format to read the value. Getting it? So we should convert it. We should have a constant value to apply as a universal to read the value. So wherever you wanted to put condition, where you wanted to filter out, you have a format where you can say 2 digit of a day, 3 digit of a month, which into character, and 4 digit of a year. That should be there, which is nothing but they are saying, how do you compute the age of a person in a certain date? Which is nothing but this. For example, you need to be able to enter the date in a second argument of year diff. SAS allow you to enter date in data structure by using date constant. The date is this can be written as this. So general form of date constant is 1 or 2 digit of a day of the month, 3 digit of one character of abbreviation, and 4 digit of a year of a single and double quotes, followed by uppercase and lowercase by D. This is only from allowed as a date constant. You cannot use a date like this, for example. Getting it? Yeah. So that's why they are trying to put. Earlier, we are trying to get this uh, variable. Now we are trying to input your own requirement. Let's say you wanted to compare all those date variable with some specific date, so you can compare it. Now what is happening, let's say if you wanted to know if someone has passed 3 quarter, I wanted to give him some bonus, correct? So if you have a data like this, let's say you have a data like this and you wanted to know that if someone is crossed 11 years, I need to give some bonus, correct? If someone is past some years, I should give some offer. So if you minus from the date which you have from your specific date, that's why when you go and enter when you go and look at this government employee form, correct, they'll say, okay, I want your age from this date to be as 24, 21 somewhere, correct? In government form you are able to see, they'll say.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
you have already a date and they are giving you a specific date. So they are asking you your age should not go more than 31, 21 or somewhere else. Okay, so they are specify your date. So you knew that your date of birth is this. Okay, and they specify your date. So if you try to manipulate over here, you will get an actual number of year based on the query they have raised it, correct? They said, okay, I want your age should not go like above than 31st July 2017. You are looking only 21 years. So what will happen? You will put your age over here, DOB over here, and here you will put the specific age requirement they wanted it based on the particular date they have provided it. Correct. So if you're they already again putting below as a query. If you're getting 21, then you fill your form. If not, you don't want to fill the form. Correct.
Mm-hmm. And what is
So
actual?
yeah, I'll explain the actual. So if you remember the concept, if you minus one date to another date, what you'll get? Number of days you'll get, correct? So in a backend,
Mm-hmm.
for a DOB, there will be a specific days calculated from your 1960, correct? Number of days from 1960 for a date, correct? See, for a specific any date, let's say 01 slashes 06 slashes
Yeah.
1992, correct? So this will give me a number of days, correct? This will give me a number of days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and and below if I have another date, correct, that also will give me a number of days, correct? So let's say today's if someone wanted to calculate based on today's date, so 01 09 2017. So this number of days here also will get number of days, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This number of days will be more than this number of days, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
if you minus this number of days, what you'll get? The days which is already there
Number.
only for, yeah, number of days you'll get. And if you, then that will be that number of days if you divide by 365.25, getting it? So what you'll get? Number of years.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be in a year how many days are there, correct?
Yeah.
So same actual is doing. Actual is automatically calculating all those value and performing their task. So you could use this age, year diff, all those things. What happened if January is 1960, 60? So you might be having these many days for this, correct? 1960. After calculating of this program format age print this, and actual will automatically taking into account. I'll explain you this. Correct. So here. So the third argument to the function is actual. Correct. Tells us use the actual number of days in each month. Correct. So in a month, how many days are there taken into account? Correct. And to take leap year into account when doing a calculation. Correct. So some year may have 365, some may year have 366.6. Correct. And another way you have a option, correct? Either in the place of actual, wherever you're seeing actual, what you can do, you can write 30 divided by 360. So now you can, sometime you want 360 days in a year, with every year, every month is 30, correct? So actual, in a actual you can specify this two also, getting it?
I'm back.
So what will happen over here when you say actual? This tells the number of days in each month and taking into leap year into account. So it automatically calculates your number of days in a year. So sometime it will take 365 into 6. The 365 sometime it will take 366 when the 1 day got extra in your leap year. So they automatically calculate each and everything. But if you have a specific requirement by your process, so in the place of actual you can write this as a keyword also. You can say, okay, I must have 30 days for every month divided by 365, correct? So place of actual you can write this also. If you're writing actual, this code itself taking by own itself and calculating all those things. So you know to no need to worry about calculating all those things, getting it?
Got it.
Okay. So this is nothing but to do with actual. So this went through date constant. This is good. So this is all those. Now they are talking about. So when you have today's as a keyword, so what will happen? We have few keywords over here. So now if you take a new, so now date, new, input, date, ddmmyy10 dot, correct? Now format ddmmyy10 dot, correct? Then you have cards 04 02 2017. I'm going to do with only one account. What will happen if you wanted to calculate, you wanted to extract the day from the particular. So we have a keyword called day, and which column you to apply for day. If you calculate month, so month you can extract from a date column. Then you can extract year equal to year into a date format. Then you have week, day equal to week, day from a date format. Then you have QTR equal to QTR from your date format. Okay, now if you go ahead and execute this, there is a okay, new is something this. The format numeric is date. So somewhere I need to put this over here. So if I go ahead and execute, I'll get the output. Correct. Now I'll explain you the thing how it's working. So now if you look at this and if you look at your output, so this is the date which we have, and this is to extract the day from your particular day value. This is to extract the month from the particular date. This is to extract the year from the particular date, and weekday 7 is nothing but if you go ahead and look at this. So initially the notation is 1 equal to Sunday. Okay, 2 is equal to Monday. We have considered like that. So 7 is showing for me Saturday. So now if you go ahead and look, so today is the 4th. Today is the which day? Second day. Okay, I'll change the day. Then we'll able to manipulate it. So we'll take it into account as 1. Today is 1 and 2. Okay, today is 2. 2. I'll take it into account as 9. Then we'll go ahead and execute this query and get the output. Okay, now are you there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Actually,
Yeah. So now we have a date like this. Okay. Then what we're trying to get it from here. So this is the number of days in that particular day, a particular date. So 2 day. Now we are extracting a month as a 9, which is nothing but your September. And this is the year we are extracting it. This is the 7. 7 is nothing but Saturday. So it starts from 1. Your number start from 1. It's keep on repeating. Correct. So if you are getting 1 over here, it means the date that date falls only for a Sunday. So due to that, see now our output and your particular date. If you go and look at that, today is a Saturday. So we are getting Saturday as 7. So as this date not entered into quarter, so quarter is not getting quarter is going to be calculated. This will be on third quarter, I guess. So now we have to go and look at this. There is a query problem. So I was thinking why quarter is not coming. Okay, this is the third quarter. So this you can use for doing a further analysis based on interpretations. Getting it? So let's say you try doing from your end if you can execute it. I'll send this into chat window. Got chat? Just try executing from your side. Oh. Another you have just now what we did, we have divided date into three format, correct? Month, day, and year. Sometime what happened, there will be a requirement and they gave you a number of days and month, and they want a date column to be created. So there is another function called MDY, which is nothing but to concat the date of month, day, and year together to make as a unique new date. Sometime you don't have column called year. They may give you requirement that year would be your 2015 or 2017 or somewhere else. So you have separate column for a month, separate column for a day, separate column for a year, separate column, and you wanted to make as a date. So we have a function called MDY function. So with the MDY function, what we can able to do, we can create the new date. Okay, got it? So these are all based on requirements. So let's say you have a column like this, month, day, and year. You wanted to make date like this. Sometime they said, okay, some guy is not present for a particular day. So what we can do? So there will be a missing day, correct? So we cannot go ahead and create it. If it is requirement, if they said, okay, if someone is not present on day, you can make as first day. So you may replace by if condition. If missing of day, then you create this value, correct? So which is something we are trying to do it over here. If missing of day, then what you can do? You can say that may be a 15th day. Getting it? Else, you do a normal date functions. Here we are trying to get if any day is missing, then create this query. If anything is not missing, then create this query. Getting it?
Yeah, so basically, MDY will break the date into month, date, and year in three separate.
Yes, yes. No, what will happen? We will be having a similar column, but wherever the missing is there, we have replaced this day wherever missing is there by 15 as a word, 15 as a numeric value.
Okay.
Getting it? Nothing
Mm-hmm.
else we are doing it. Because already we have a month and year, so we don't want to worry about that. We are worrying about to get the date value, to make a date value. So what we did, we fixed this month and we fixed this day, and we said, okay, wherever you have a missing call day, you can input as 15 over there. Getting it?
Yeah, yeah.
So another function we have your date interval function. This is nothing but to find the interval between your days, correct? So now
Mm-hmm.
you have a 2 date, correct? So
Mm-hmm.
if you wanted to find out how many interval passed between two particular date which we are given, a start date or end date, based on year, based on month, and based on quarter, and based on day, correct? So now if you look at the result, so we have a start date as this, correct, which is only 2015, and here also 2015. I just wanted to know how many years got passed. Let's say if someone have a requirement and said, okay, I just wanted to know for my premium, if I'm paying from this date to this date, how many years got passed. So if you run this query, you'll able to get to know, is there any year got passed or not. So is the good time to send mail or not. If you have a query build like that, if my year is 1, I can give some promotional offer. If year 2, interval between two date from today days and the date when they installed is 2, then we should give a offer. So you should have a data like this, correct? So you cannot go ahead and do a calculation based on a mathematical thing. So you have a formula already driven over there. So if you apply INTCK, so what will happen? You can get the interval of a day, interval of a year between two date. And if you wanted to get the interval of a month between two dates, so here Jan and Jan written. If it is Jan to December, it will give me as an interval as how many months got passed in between. Getting it? Getting it? So these terminology is used to find out the interval between the exact date. Earlier we were able to find out how many year got passed. Correct?
So Ravi, one quick question. In the first entry, when this written intake year 1 to January 2005 D, फिर उसके बाद 31 दिसंबर 2005 है उसमें डी नहीं लिखा हुआ लेकिन थर्ड और फोर्थ एग्जाम्पल डी है तो डी इज फॉर मतलब फर्स्ट टू में क्यों नहीं है डी
This is the wrong. Here something is
ओह
wrong. You have to write. You have to write it.
हाँ है तो राइट ठीक है ओके
Okay. You have to mention same like this. So this is something wrong over here. Book itself.
ओके
Okay. So we'll get the interval between 2 days. So what I can do, I can try it over here. We'll get to know how it works. So let's say if I wanted to perform date interval, so I will calculate the 2 days of date. So not today. So I'll calculate one more differences between DIFF is equal to INT CK interval. I wanted to calculate between in terms of year. Correct. And I should have this as a date, which is already we have over here. And we should have this another date, which is nothing but I'm just writing it's today's date 02 SCP 2017 codes T. If I try executing, let's see, I'll close this. So if you go ahead and look at this new, so you have DIFF 0, it's saying white 0, correct? It's 0, correct? So now if I go ahead and change it again back, as this is my this, so if I change it to 16, and if I try executing it, I'll get the interval between that. Correct, it gives me 1. So in the same case, if you try to get the interval of your month, so what you can do, you can change over the query itself. It will give you a month differences. So how many months got passed in between two date, 12 month. If I wanted to know how many quarters got passed, so I can use QTR. Got it? Okay. The same thing, another query we have int nx. So this is ck and we have nx. So nx always gives you a follow-up date. This is the terminology. It's for week. What is week? What is weekdays? We don't include Saturday, Sunday when you're taking about weekdays. What is quarter? What is semi? What is year? Simply they are talking. So this is the query which we use for a manipulation. That's why they said keep this year where admit is equal to this. You can try doing it this. Getting it? So they are creating intck function and they wanted to know the quarter, how many quarters got fall. And here they are using a graph, which we'll talk later. Graph we have separately. So this is they are talking about graph to be created. Okay. Based on that, in within the query itself, they are trying to use the filter options. Okay, see here what they are trying. The data set which they have, they're using a keep to be admitted. They're using where clauses and try to use the date between this to this and getting a help of this particular data set. So plot is not important for us now. We'll get this plot. Okay, now another function we have int nx. Okay, int nx always gives you a follow-up date. Why follow-up date? Let's say you have some date, you visited the hospital, okay, and you want next date as after 4 months, correct? So you would require the follow-up date, correct? And maybe you said, okay, I'll visit after 3 months. So you said contact me after 3 months. So you should have a follow-up date, correct? So to get the follow-up date, you should have INTKNX function. So INTKNX function will give you a follow-up date. So now we have a month. I wanted to get the follow-up date based on month. So let's say my discharge date is this. I want a next date after my 6 months. So this is November to May. If you calculate, this is a 6 month. But sometimes your requirement is to get the same day, correct? Now you visited on Monday, correct? Now you want after 3 months as a Monday to be, correct? Then you can use the same query and you can use, these are the option. You have same day. After 6 months you can keep same day, and if you have a choice you can say, okay, after 3 months I want beginning of a month, I want middle of the month, I want end of the month, I want the same day, correct? So these are the choice and parameter given over there. You can add it, getting it? So now if you look at this, you're getting a same day, getting it? You're getting a same day everywhere.
So when I'm writing 6, so it is after 6 months.
No, what is happening over here? So you have a date, discharge date, correct? Your requirement is after a 6 month, I want same day.
So if I write 7 over here, so it will be after 7 months.
After 7 months. But this will give you a 7 day. And sometime if you want beginning of the month, beginning of a day. So it is around of your 1 week. So 1 to 10, between 1 to 10 if you want date. So they'll give you a beginning of a month. If you want middle of the month, it will be more or around between 10 to 20. And if you want end of the month, it will be 20 to 30. So any date which is preferable between 10 to 20, 10 to 30, 20 to 30, correct? Getting it? So this will help you to do a follow-up checks, correct? Let's say if someone is working for your Airtel company or someone else, if you had a call with a customer and they said, okay, follow me after 3 months. So I suddenly cannot go ahead and look at the calendar and I cannot go and scroll up. Okay, I say, okay, what is the third month after the current month which I'm calling it, correct? So simply in a second column I can write 3. Later when I will run to execute the query, what will happen? When I execute, I'll put it 3 over there. That's all. Okay. And nothing but this also you can take it from your variable size. So now you knew that your variable is getting created. Let's say I have a variable like this. So my data set should look like this. So I have, let's say, call date, correct? So I created this column in my Excel while working on making a call, and another created follow-up date, correct? This is created. I called to some person. Okay, I called it, let's say for today I called it recipe 2017. I called, and suddenly he said call me after 4 months as a follow-up date. And someone said, okay, same day. Said we have these many option in my calendar, my Excel. So same day. So this they said a same day. So you can write 1 and true. 1 and true means we need to call on same day or we don't want to call in same day. So I can write it same day, correct? So what happened? When I build the query, I can write it in text INTCK, correct? I can write it all those. I want this based on month, correct? I can write it your call date, correct? Instead of we already write a call date, instead of 6 I can write it the same variable name. I can write it follow-up date, automatically will take into account, getting it? So for every column they'll take 4 5 whatever you have mentioned it, correct? The value is available, correct now? So I may call for other person and they said, okay, I don't want, you just call me after 2 months. For a second query, when it's going to execute, they'll take 2 into account, getting it? If I don't have a same day, so you must be have to put it like this. Again, you have to put it the same day. So instead of same day, you can put it this. Let's say you have a status. So you can put it over there. What will happen? Correct. So you can put it a status over here. So they'll keep on taking into account. Getting it? So now what will happen? For a first record, they'll take this is a month over there call date. This is the follow-up date they'll take. For this is the status they'll take from same day. Correct. For another query, they'll take it like this. Correct. Getting it? Yeah. Which one? Follow date. Follow date is nothing but, see, you have a date, correct? We don't have a next date. So we are going to follow after 4 months. So I want a next date after 4 months. Got it? So that's why you see this has become a 4, 2 to 4. So if you add November plus 4 month, 6 month, so what it will be around May, correct? This is all about your date chapter. You try finish today same all questions and give me back. That's why I'm not covering another chapter. If I'm covering another chapter, you'll be messed up. So many things is there. Okay, so do one thing. You complete today. Send me a mail. I'll overview your question and answers. Then send you back, and tomorrow we'll connect at the same time. Okay. Bye. Thank you. I'll upload this. Okay. Okay. Thank you.